Professional wrestling has always been a spectacle filled with larger-than-life characters, athletic feats, and compelling storylines. Some wrestlers etch their names into history through championships and accolades, while others leave their mark through their in-ring work and unique personas. Adrian Adonis was one such performer, known for his adaptability, charisma, and wrestling prowess. Adonis' career spanned from rough brawling to one of the most controversial gimmicks of his era. Though he may not receive the same recognition as other stars of his time, Adrian Adonis remains one of wrestling's most talented and underappreciated figures. This video will explore his early life, rise in professional wrestling, transformation into his most infamous persona, and his untimely death that tragically cut his career short. Welcome to Wrestling with Me, the ultimate destination for wrestling fans. Get ready to dive into the world of high-flying action, jaw-dropping moments, and all the drama inside the squared circle. Whether you're here for legendary matches or in-depth analysis, this is the place to be. Don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the bell to stay in the loop as we bring you the best wrestling content every week. Adrian Adonis was born Keith Frank Jr. on September 15, 1953, in Buffalo, New York. Like many wrestlers of his era, Frank came from a working-class background. As a young man, he showed an interest in sports, particularly amateur wrestling and football. However, it was professional wrestling that truly captivated him. Frank trained under Fred Atkins, a respected grappler known for his technical ability. Under Atkins' guidance, he was taught the fundamentals of professional wrestling and developed an aggressive, hard-hitting style. By the mid-1970s, he was ready to make his mark in the industry. He started wrestling under his real name but soon adopted the ring name Adrian Adonis. The name, initially ironic given his rugged appearance, would later become a key part of his transformation in the business. Early in his career, Adonis worked in territories across North America, particularly in the American Wrestling Association, where he honed his craft and gained valuable experience against some of the toughest competitors in the business. By the early 1980s, Adonis had caught the attention of the World Wrestling Federation. His skills in the ring and ability to generate heat from the audience made him a valuable asset. During this time, he also had notable runs in other promotions, such as the National Wrestling Alliance, further establishing himself as a legitimate competitor. When Adonis joined the WWF in the early 1980s, he initially maintained his tough guy persona, often wrestling in leather jackets and embodying a street fighter attitude. However, Vince McMahon, the visionary promoter behind WWF, saw potential in Adonis for something different. In 1985, Adonis underwent one of the most significant gimmick changes of his career when he became adorable Adrian Adonis. This new persona was flamboyant, featuring brightly colored dresses, makeup, and exaggerated feminine mannerisms. This transformation was controversial, as it played into stereotypes of the era, but it also demonstrated Adonis' commitment to character work. He fully embraced the role, drawing strong reactions from crowds. His new image also led to a feud with Roddy Piper, which culminated in a match at WrestleMania 3 in 1987, where he lost a hair versus hair match. Despite the over-the-top nature of his gimmick, Adonis' in-ring abilities never faltered. He remained an agile, technically skilled wrestler, capable of carrying great matches even as his character became more exaggerated. Unfortunately, around this time, his weight gain and personal struggles began affecting his career. After leaving the WWF in mid-1987, Adonis worked in various independent promotions and smaller wrestling territories. He attempted to reinvent himself once again, but never regained the mainstream prominence he once had. By the late 1980s, he was working in Canada, mainly with small promotions, where he rekindled rivalries and tried to recapture his former glory. Despite his undeniable talent, he was no longer in peak physical condition, and his time in major promotions had come to an end. Nonetheless, he remained a respected performer among his peers, admired for his skills and dedication to the business. On July 4, 1988, Adrian Adonis' life was cut tragically short in a fatal car accident in Lewisport, Newfoundland, Canada. He was traveling with fellow wrestlers Mike Kelly, Dave McKigney, and Victor Arco when their minivan swerved to avoid a moose and crashed into a lake. The crash claimed the lives of Adonis, McKigney, and Arco. Adonis was only 34 years old. His sudden death sent shock waves through the wrestling community. Many of his colleagues expressed their grief, remembering him as a gifted performer who had more to offer the business. Though his life was cut short, his contributions to professional wrestling remained significant. In the aftermath of the accident, controversy arose regarding a substantial sum of money that Adonis was reportedly carrying at the time of his death. Adonis, who had been working several independent shows, was rumored to have accumulated a significant amount of cash from recent bookings. However, after the accident, the money was never recovered, leading to speculation and theories among those close to him. Some believe that the money may have been lost in the crash, while others suspect foul play or theft in the chaos that followed. The only survivor was accused of taking the money. To this day, the missing money remains a mystery, adding another layer of intrigue to the already tragic circumstances of his passing. Despite never being a world champion, Adrian Adonis's impact on professional wrestling is undeniable. His ability to reinvent himself, his in-ring talent, and his willingness to commit to any character made him a standout performer. Wrestlers who followed in his footsteps, particularly those with flamboyant gimmicks, owe a debt to Adonis for paving the way. Adonis' work has been praised by historians and fans who recognize his importance in wrestling history. Though often overlooked, he was a true artist in the ring. His feud with Roddy Piper and his contributions to tag team wrestling with Jesse Ventura remain notable chapters in WWE history. Adrian Adonis was a wrestler who blended toughness with theatricality, skill with character work, and intensity with entertainment. Though his life was cut short in a tragic accident, his influence endures. He may not be as celebrated as some of his contemporaries, but for those who witnessed his work, he remains one of the most underrated performers of his era. Adonis's story serves as a reminder that professional wrestling is not just about titles and main events, it's about the characters and the performances that leave a lasting impact. Well, that's all we've got time for today, and a big thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our future content. See you in the next video.